My wife's family accidentally sent me a text message talking shit on everything that I was building on the come up, and here's what I did. This is a story I've never told online, and it's gonna be my most vulnerable post ever. I don't talk about it a whole lot, but I was married when I was 21 back in 2023. All right, a little bit of a backstory. I was married young, married at 21. We were married for about a year. We rushed into it, did it the perfect Christian way, all that. I will say she's happier, I'm happier now. We're both happier now, and she just got remarried, so congratulations to them both. I wish them nothing but the best, all right? But this is my story, and I know I've never shared this before, but I know there's other people going through something similar, and just want to say you are not alone, okay? I've been there, done that. Let's get into it. So yeah, we were married young, and I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. Whether I start a business, whether I'd get into some type of sales or cybersecurity, and I knew I needed to do something with entrepreneurship, and that happened when we moved to San Diego. I got into videography and I started learning how to run paid ads on Facebook, Instagram, doing online fitness coaching. I threw a ton of things at a wall to see what stuck, okay? In that come up phase, you know it is a lot of time just head down, 100% time and focus, trying to grow this while also having a relationship, a marriage, a wife to support and pour into, because if you don't pour into that, it's not gonna flourish. Like trying to balance all of this while building something from absolutely nothing besides your own mindset. All right. And I knew how much a positive mindset was going to impact this because I was reading books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and just listening to motivational speakers in the space that I resonated with. I was traveling, doing a ton of videography at that time, trying to figure out something that will stick, trying to make a buck to try to quit the 9 to 5. And my wife at the time, she said, Luke, I wish you would just come home at 5 p.m. and chill with me on the couch. And that broke my heart at that time because my brain does not operate like that. It still doesn't to this day. It hurts because that's something she wanted and it's something I was not going to be able to do, at least on the come up phase, trying to figure something out at 21, 22 years old. And I was posting on social media talking about your mindset is your biggest gift. Having a positive mindset will get you so far. Watch, I'm driving for Uber now, but that won't be me for long. And even a photo of this Lamborghini that I I took in August of 2023. And I told her, I'm gonna have one of these one day. One day I'm gonna have a Lamborghini. She said, Luke, be realistic. Ooh, that hurt. Less than 2 years later, I got one, but that's besides the point, all right? I wanna go deep with this, all right? You're trying to build something, nobody believes in you. People just want you to stay comfortable, to stay where you're at. You don't feel like you have anybody like supporting you within your business endeavors. That's why it's so important to get around people that will motivate you and push you to do more with your life. It sucked. It really sucked because on one part of my brain, I want to support my wife at the time. I want to give her my all, but I also want to provide for her to give her the life that I envisioned for myself and that I envisioned for us growing up. The arguments about money, about like, Luke, we're broke, we're broke, we're broke, we're broke. And then this happened, the text message. This, I will read it right now. We were in a family group chat at this time. This is on the come up. I was driving for Uber, but I was posting like, hey, your mindset is your biggest gift. A quote I said one time was, I am rich, but the money hasn't hit my bank account yet. You know, things like that, like the mindset side of things, because if you think the opposite, that we're broke, we're broke, we're broke, you're for sure gonna stay there. There's no way in hell you're gonna get out of that, okay? The text message in the family group chat, everything will be bleeped out here in editing, but this was a family group chat and this was her grandfather. I love him, he's a great guy, but he did say this, okay? Your son-in-law. This was a text that was supposed to go from grandson or grandfather to dad of my wife. Okay, so my wife's grandfather was supposed to go to her dad, saying, your son-in-law, watching his videos, you get the impression that he's already a self-made multimillionaire. Little do people know he has no money in the bank and is in debt. He does own half a condo, but that came before his mind shift. Half a condo, my mom co-signed with me for my condo in Phoenix. And boom, immediately tried to edit it, and that didn't work. I saw that. Okay, what was my response? At first, I was like, what the heck? This is somebody that I met with like a week before and got lunch, and like everything was good, and like he was supportive. Like he understood it. He's built a business too. And then the next text saying, I don't appreciate the edited messages that you accidentally sent here. I believe it's unacceptable to be speaking to your grandson-in-law like that behind my back. If you have a problem with things that I say or post, please talk to me. We got lunch, everything seemed good, and so I don't appreciate what you're saying behind my back. I never say that I have it all together or I am a self-made multi-millionaire, simply documenting the process and telling them everything, the highs and the lows, to encourage others. This is a huge part nobody sees. You have no idea the amount of positive message I have from it in my DMs, people that are struggling that I get to help and encourage. I forgive you though, I'm not gonna hold it against, it's just not worth it. Threw some Bible verses in there. Very Christian family, love them for that. And this is a learning lesson for everybody here. Don't talk shit behind my back, okay? And then he had a response and everything. We'll post it here. I believe in you. You just got to get over the hump. You know, stuff like that. Willing to talk anytime, yada, yada. I was pissed. When I saw that text, I was absolutely pissed. And what do you do? What do you do when the whole family that came from entrepreneurs don't support you? They know how hard it was up and coming with the business and everything. And then, yeah, what do? Do you just stop posting? Do you just say like, I get it, yeah, I'm saying too much? Actually, this is what I did. I posted this video right here. I'm gonna pull it up, but it will also be up on the screen too. I gotta go scroll back. While I'm pulling this up, I've never talked about this because it's a season of my life that I'm not particularly proud of, but it is something that a lot of people are going through on a daily basis with their current wife, with their partner. Just nobody believes in them. And I just want to say, like, I've been there, done that. I know what you're feeling right now. And even my client, Tanner and Jackie with JT Junk Solutions, the reason why they signed up and they grew from 100 followers, now they have over 400,000 followers, will not take credit for that, but what got them to start investing in themselves with their business was Jackie. Was Jackie being supportive of the business, of saying, hey, yeah, let's do this, let's do it. They can help us grow on social media. It's a leap of faith. Yes, we will have to push our wedding back because we won't be able to afford it if nothing changes, but like, let's do it, let's do it. And Tanner talked about that in the podcast that I will link in the description. And I will also, it's on my page too. Go check out that podcast. So the video, here it is. I just started posting on social media at this point. Have some fitness things. Yeah, ready for this?
I'm not gonna pretend that I have it all together or that I'm some crazy self-made multi-millionaire, which I'm not. I just wanna document the process. I wanna show you guys what's possible. Everybody that we look up to, they've already made it, and we hear their stories of how they overcame struggles and everything. I wanna document the process in the present day of going through everything. I'm not perfect, I have all my flaws, happy to talk about them to anybody, but I also want to tell you guys the stories of overcoming that, the hero's journey, going through the highs and going through the lows, which I've talked about on here. I just wish somebody documented it starting from zero and building their way up. And that's what I want to do, to serve as encouragement or motivation for anybody else that feels called to do something, and so that they may take a leap of faith and get going. I'm here for each and any person watching this, so if you want to, feel free to reach out. Let's go.
I had no like crazy plan at that point. I was just doing some organic social media and organic videography, video edits, stuff like that. At that point of posting, I just got out of doing online fitness coaching that kind of flopped because I wasn't really ripped. It's hard for people to trust me if you're not ripped. And then I learned paid ads right after that, and that's when everything blew up. So it's a trip to look back at that, of documenting from zero. I was driving for Uber when I filmed that video. It was in September and October I was driving for Uber. And then everything started to click in November. So what happens after that? Didn't have the best relationship. That was in October. November, I was doing a lot of traveling. Things started to click. She didn't really understand that or see it. And then December, like, we were going back and forth. We did 3 months of Christian marriage counseling, trying to figure this out. And at the end of the day, she looked at me. She gave me the ultimatum. This is without getting into anything, like, this is to keep everything in the best light. Not talking about mental health issues or anything like that that were present in the marriage. She said, Luke, I'm giving you the ultimatum. Are you in or out of this? And I was completely checked out at that time, emotionally, physically, everything. And I said, I thought to myself, I would be happy seeing her in the future with a husband and kids, and I would not have any regret seeing that. I would be excited and happy for them. And that was it. Like, I knew there's somebody else that could be a better man for her at that point, and I was gonna just continue my path. And I said, yep, we're done. And then boom, just like that, my whole life changed. And at that same time, I learned about social media marketing with paid ads. And I found out about St. George, Utah through a client, my first ever client here, Coy with Free Flow Plumbing. Shout out Coy. And straight from there, I was like, I have nothing tying me to San Diego anymore. Fuck it, let's move to St. George. So I moved to St. George, started teaching service business owners how to run ads on Instagram, talk on camera, back it up with videography, and we scaled from there pretty quick. And that was a little bit over 2.5 years ago. We've made about $3 million since. Got the Lamborghini 18 months later after driving for Uber, and made a ton of people smile using that Lamborghini. You can see all that on my story highlights. It's called like Create Smiles. Go take a look at that. It's very wholesome. And now we've helped over 250 local service businesses at this point use social media as a funnel to scale and get leads. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Got the same car that she said, Luke, be realistic. It was not that hard, especially with like lending options and everything nowadays. But that's a story for another time. I got it. Every single one of my clients that is a service business owner, entrepreneur, trying to figure something out, like has gone through something like this, has gone through, or they're scared of going through something like family not believing in them, where I've experienced that. I've dealt with it. It sucks. It's a knife in the chest, but it's like, then what? Then what are you going to do? Are you going to let that define you and defeat you? And yeah, you're right. Go get a 9 to 5. And then you know the potential that you could have had if you've just gotten a little glimpse of making money online or with your own business in some sorts. Like, no, you're meant for so much freaking more. You just got to figure out a way to let the path illuminate as you walk it. But you have to, as you invest, as you learn certain skill sets, the path will open up for you. But you have to go through the things and be fine with the punches. If you're fine with the punches, you can make it through anything. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. You have to stay stoked through it all, especially with the punches. Like, having a supportive partner is the best thing that I have realized now myself. And if you don't have that for whatever reason, and obviously you're married to them, find a community. Reach out to me in the DMs. I'm not going to tell you to go divorce your wife or divorce your husband or divorce whoever. I'm going to tell you, okay, like this is the situation and this is where you want to go. What can we do? What can we do? How can you satisfy both and still grow your business and give your wife the dream life that you want for both of you guys, you know? So there's things that you guys can do. All I will say is do not give up. If you give up, they win. The voices in your head win. This why you're scared, what people will think about you, they're gonna win if you give up. Just fucking post it. You never know how many people's lives you can impact by sharing your message, by sharing your story, what you've gone through. Just like a video like this, I've never shared this online because it's personal. It's extremely personal. And I never want to paint anybody in a bad light, but this is just the circumstances, the experiences that led me to where I'm at today, and I'm extremely grateful for all of them. If you've gone through them, you know what I mean. And if you haven't gone through them, it's all good. Don't go looking for it, but it is important that you stay stoked through it all. I love you guys. If you need anything at all, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and happy to help. Don't freaking give up because you never know what you're capable of. Let's go.